Hi, I'm Ken Krell. Speakers, authors, coaches, thought leaders come to me to discover how they can take their current position and turn it into high-powered, high-profit, transformational digital events. I can do the same for you too. You're about to watch an excerpt of one of our online events that I think you may find very powerful. After that, I'll meet you and we'll talk about it.
I'm a psychologist who works mainly with teens and with their families because everyone finds the teenage years frightening, at least the parents do, and they're not sure how to cope. And it is actually quite easy to find a way to coach your teen to success without putting yourself out more. Actually, you need to put yourself out less than you usually do. Your teen needs to be doing the work. So one of the most important things to do with children of any age, even infants, is to promote their autonomy and independence. And this fosters self-awareness, responsibility for themselves, and their self-confidence, which is so important to have them develop. So let me give you an example. And this work, actually, I want to specify that I was inspired to do this work by a French therapist who was extremely popular, who had a radio show and really helped parents to manage their kids much better. She was in France, and in France, there is a saying, there was a period before her and then after her when child raising changed completely. So I have two examples. One is my own children when one of them was small, was running around and looking away from where she was going, and she hit her head on the table. And of course, she was bruised and she was crying, and I took care of the bruise and I, cheered her up and consoled her. And when she calmed down, I said to her, and she was 3 years old, I said, I can, of course, put a Band-Aid on your boo-boo and I can hold you till you feel better, but I cannot keep you from bumping into that table. That's your job. You can look where you're going and make your choice. And, that was really very, very helpful. And of course, it's never too late to start something like that. I'm going to use a typical example that I had in therapy and even outside of therapy with just acquaintances. Mother is complaining, I have to go 10 times to wake up my kid in the morning and drag him out of bed. He's 17 years old and I'm still doing it. And I just can't believe it. And I said, whoa, why are you doing his job? It's not your job, it's his job to get out of bed and get to school on time. And when we enable our children this way, it's not only exhausting for us, and we've all been guilty, including myself, but it's toxic for them. They don't get to develop their autonomy and their self-confidence. So I said, look, today's Wednesday, you tell him, I'm going to buy you an alarm clock, or you use your phone, whatever. Monday, I'm done. I'm done waking you up in the morning. Starting Monday, always give them a little preparation time. Starting Monday, you're on your own, you get yourself up. And she looked at me, she said, no, he's going to sleep all day. I said, let's wait and see. Give it a try. It can't get any worse. Of course, he got up on time and, didn't have any breakfast, but that was always the way it was. And he got himself to school and she couldn't believe it. And not only was it empowering for him, but it also made their life much easier. He's much more pleasant and he's more confident. And they don't grow that ability or that confidence to be able to do that. When you enable your child, you tell him you can't do it on your own.
Yeah,
and that's
and I know you want
to. Let me talk about. So the kids are doing the work, or supposed to do. So I have written 2 books. One of them is actually about to come out. The other one was already published 2 years ago. I've written 2 books directly to adolescents in a simpler language, making the concept simple. And one of them, the first one is called I Want to Be Me, but I Don't Know Who I Am. That was actually said by a patient. And it's a guidebook for teens and young adults. The other one is the workbook for that same book.
So that's one short taste of how you can use the power of digital events to help people transform their lives and find a new way to live. Want to learn how you can put it to use in your own business? Well, stick with me for the Digital Events Essentials Plan. It's called DEEP. It'll take you through how you can plan, produce, and profit from your own online events. It's pretty great, it's pretty free, and I think you'll like it pretty much. So come join me. Click the link either in the description below or somewhere on this video itself, and we'll take you over there. It's completely free. I think you're going to love it, and it will give you the plan you need to plan, produce, and profit from your own digital events.